Guys, thank you again for joining us for day 2 of the EB Expo 2012.
They're already dancing,
well,
Dan.
I don't blame them. We've been hearing these wicked tunes all day,
You mean
right?
still?
If there's one thing I'm not going to miss about EB Expo 2012 is Just Dance. Oh my
Really?
god.
Because I feel like I might know all the moves to that terrible song with the calling and the maybe.
Maybe call me.
And the number of people who pointed out on the stream today that we were getting rickrolled is amazing.
That's excellent.
Actually, that's where all the funny cosplay, dancing cosplays
Oh, yeah.
right in front of our booth.
That was by far my favorite segment of the day.
Yeah, it was my favorite to cut.
Yeah.
I
When we
hope
weren't
you
in
all
it.
enjoyed it.
What about my educational gaming segment?
Educational gaming was a close second.
Oh, thank you, Jess. Thank you.
But
Esports
was also great. But did you guys see Batman in that segment? There was some very inappropriate thrusting.
During the
It
esports
was
segment?
he did thrust a lot.
not in
What did Batman
esports.
do? I missed this.
He was dancing like he was getting into it.
Oh, like dirty
not
dancing?
not kid friendly into
Oh,
it.
right.
Yeah.
This isn't a kid-friendly event.
No, not all of it. So guys, let's do a quick lap of the couches. Recaps from day 1 or day 2 highlights. Laura?
Highlights, just in general. I enjoyed my...
You played some stuff today, right?
Yes, yes. Favorite thing that I played today was Rayman Legends on the Wii U. Man, that game is so much fun. Serena and I played it and it was hilarious.
Did you play both levels of the
Yeah.
demo?
So I had to turn on the gamepad as well, and it's just so fun. Like, it's incredibly
And
fun.
it's really good use of the tech.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels like this is actually a compelling reason to buy a Wii U and offer a different experience.
Exactly, yeah. So I kind of really want to buy the Wii U now, but even though I've only played like 5 minutes of one game, but it was enough. It was pretty cool.
Zoe, you had your esports panel. Who did you have on?
Sorry?
Who did you have on the show?
Well, so I spoke to Derek Rebel, who also known as Docs in the StarCraft 2 scene, Steve Andrew, who also known as Pyro Zero from the fighting game scene, and also Craig Warren, who does like stuff in the FPS scene. So definitely highlight of the day was talking to those guys for me and talking to other esports people, because esports rocks, and talking to the people who are passionate about it. It's just absolutely awesome, and sharing that passion.
I think the tough part is that not that people aren't interested in esports, but it's still kind of coming into its own. There's a real education phase at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think there's enough information getting out there about what's going on in the scene, how people can get involved?
It's getting there, slowly. It wasn't easy, but I think the way things are, yeah. I mean, there was definitely one of the hot topics on the panel. So.
And what about you, Jess? What did you see and play today? And Batman's
man.
a highlight.
Well, as you guys and anyone who's been watching this knows, I've not been around because I've been in a little dark room editing most of the video segments that you guys have been watching. But this morning I did manage to catch, thanks to Laura, a session of The Stick of Truth. They had, that's the South Park RPG, which is actually an RPG. I thought they'd just go for, like a funny little action platformer or something if they were going to do
like
South
a
Park.
turn-based
It's legit.
strategy.
Like,
It's
and
really-
it's complicated too. They got items, they got, chests and quests, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so crude.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
don't like South Park humor, don't play it.
No.
But it looks amazing.
I think
So-
there's a reason it's inside that little theater.
Oh
'cause you
yeah,
couldn't
and they
show
tell
kids
you,
that.
when you go in, they're like, if you're easily offended, please leave, and then they literally wait for about 7-8 seconds.
Did they talk about genitalia?
Oh, yeah,
and bums?
There's a really gross part at the end.
Really?
There's bona fide genitalia.
Who?
It's
There's poo talk?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
That's
it's worse than poo talk.
It's
Much
bona
worse.
fide genitalia.
Alright,
But yeah, so I'm pretty keen for that one. I mean, I think it'll be nice to see how the South Park guys have worked with obviously guys who are involved in creating gameplay and mechanics to kind of formulate this really awesome hybrid. So yeah, mad. What about you guys?
Brandy? What did
I
you
think
see?
my favorite was when Just Dance 4 did Call Me Maybe, that one
man.
time.
The one time that happened.
And that One Direction song that I never knew before, but now I do know. I really like that bit.
I don't believe that for a second.
No,
You
actually-
did not know that song.
Actually, my highlight has been a Wii U game as well. So I finally got hands-on with Zombie U. I missed it at E3, so I didn't get to play it then. So this is my first hands-on. It's a little bit clunky, I think, like doing the whole looking down on your gamepad and navigating around. But I'm really interested in the whole, it seems almost roguelike, where you die and that's your life.
I love that.
And,
It's
and
very,
then
very
you have
cool.
to go kill yourself then you have to kill yourself.
Like,
Yeah.
your former you.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm all about the roguelikes now. So like, I'm really interested in that, and I've always been a big fan of Rayman Legends. So and I haven't actually gotten a chance to play it yet, but I hear the Tomb Raider demo is quite good as
Yeah,
well.
that looks cool.
I played that, and it's only 20 minutes long, but
Yeah.
it showcases because it's right at the start.
Yeah.
So it's all about Lara's first kill,
Yeah.
not her first human kill, her first just kill in general.
Oh, okay.
And it's a deer. Spoiler. But it's.
I don't want to play it now.
I mean, I don't know if we have time to talk about this, but I'm quite like at first I was quite annoyed with it because she pants a lot, and I mean
She
like
does.
a lot.
She does
Actually,
what?
She
Takes
pants.
a pants? What?
yeah.
No,
Pants.
pants.
She's
Like,
not
like she
separated.
makes moony sounds and pants a lot. Like she.
Is it like watching
I
women's
think
tennis?
she's pup. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
I just want to clarify what the pants
Not
section is.
pants. Not pants.
She's wearing pants. But then if you really think about it, if you were in her situation, stranded on an island, you'd be pretty freaked out as well. So I guess it's authentic in that sense. It does get a little bit annoying, but
Did you get a real sense of story from the demo they're showing?
no, it's all about exploration. The first 20 minutes, so like you're just finding your way. She doesn't even have any weapons yet until like the last 5 minutes of the demo.
Is that a playable section of something that we'd seen before that was unplayable? Because it sounds familiar.
I didn't see the E3 demo of Tomb Raider,
Alright.
so I don't know. But
Yeah.
The
it's,
E3 one was the one with all the barrels and the parachute. And
Yeah.
then going through the
Maybe
trees
they
and the
had bits
rapids.
of that in the trailer, but yeah, it was funny because I walked past the stations where they had Tomb Raider, and it really is just a bunch of screens with Lara in various stages of distress
Yeah,
in
she's-
various places.
it's like, just get over it. But they're like, I don't know.
She's
it's-
got
it's-
feelings.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Although when she does finally take down that deer with a bow and arrow, she has absolutely no qualms about like ripping its guts out. Like so she's like getting
It's
Yeah.
like Switch, you know,
Yeah,
it's like,
so-
I don't want to kill it.
yeah.
Oh, it's
She
dead
says
now.
sorry though, right?
roasting its heart on a fire. What?
She says sorry though, right?
yeah, she
That's
says.
just biting into its leg. I'm sorry.
I don't
Die.
mean to eat you, it's just so delicious.
Yeah, there's a bit of that.
So guys, if you
What
joined
about you,
us-
Dan?
Yeah,
Uh,
Dad.
about
Yeah,
you?
I've
Dad.
been attached to the booth at the hip, so I haven't played any games today.
You haven't played any
the booth
games.
game is your favorite
This
game.
is, but the couch game is my favorite. It's comfortable. The
But
graphics
you've
are
You've
great.
seen all the
You've
games
seen
on
games
the
at the
demos
booth.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, we've seen lots of stuff here today.
Yeah.
I have a real soft spot for PlayStation All Stars Battle
It,
Royale.
it does look good, doesn't it? It's looking good.
I think it's really easy to get bogged down in that it's a Smash Brothers clone.
Yes.
But I really want to see kind of like the stuff that Ed Boon was saying yesterday about making a deep game that's also really accessible. You've got to have that layer at the top for the guys who want to do the easy, flashy-looking moves, and then whether there's an option for the frame counters underneath. That's still to be determined. But I think what I saw today, it kind of wowed me. Halo looked great.
Hello, did look good, yeah.
We saw so many Black Ops. Looks very cool. I play a lot of Call of Duty, so
Yeah. Well,
I like the stuff they're doing this year with a point system rather than having kind of set
Yeah.
classes and slot loadouts.
I played like 20 minutes of the Black Ops multiplayer, and of course, like died like after every 5 minutes. But it looks really good. Yeah.
And the fact that, to go back to the esports stuff, they're adding a whole bunch of support for people to be able to share their experiences.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder about where gaming's heading as well.
Online, competitive.
Online could be the future. I'm going to
I
discuss
hate
the
this
fact.
internet.
We should also bring up Nat Geo TV.
Oh my God, Nat Geo TV.
Tell the Nat Geo story
Alright,
again.
So,
Nat Geo TV.
Randolph?
There's a crowd around us now, so if you haven't played Nat Geo TV
hey
yet,
guys.
you should totally go play Nat Geo TV
That
right
way.
now.
It's like the
You're
best
going to have to
game.
give them some information.
If you
though.
like headbutting animals, it's the game for you. So
And
go out
picking
and
up
check
puppies
it.
with
Yeah.
your mouth and dropping them into a hole.
And eating lion cubs or whatever the hell
Yeah.
We weren't eating them.
You were. You were
We
eating, like ripping their
protecting
necks
them.
out. Yeah.
It's a National
It's
Geographic game.
Law of the jungle.
Yeah.
It's Law of the jungle.
You can do whatever you want
Seriously,
under
play
the
it.
guise of animals in the wild.
Yeah.
So guys, if you are joining us now, obviously you've missed day 2 of our live show for EB Expo. A quick recap on what we saw. There was Zareen, your esports panel. There was Call of Duty Black Ops 2. We had a demo, and there's a whole bunch of great content there. Halo 4, we played some of that as well. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, which we mentioned. And we just finished up our Medal of Honor Warfighter demo. So if you missed any of that and you can't be here at the show, make sure you check out the Twitch replays, and we'll have those up on site really shortly. And we're going to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Ba, ba,
Oh my
ba.
God, there's so much much on tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's even more action-packed than today.
It is. It's going to go all the way to the end. So we're going to start in the morning with Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. We've got an extended look at that game, a great demo. Then we've got a whole bunch of Wii U content. So we talked about it, and we're going to have about an hour. We're going to flick that hardware around.
Are we going to be able to touch it on stage?
We'll be able to touch it, yeah.
All right.
And it's playable here at the show. So if you're lucky enough to be in Sydney and at EB Expo, you can always head along to the booth as well.
But if you're not here, then this is probably your only chance before launch to have a look at it in detail and ask us questions on the stream about it.
Exactly. If you want to know anything about the hardware, we're going to have some real Nintendo Wii U experts. We'll be able to answer a lot of your questions. And Laura, you're going to be hosting a panel. Do you want to give us a rundown of what's happening?
Yes, I completely forgot about that, Dan. Thanks for putting me on the spot. So I'm hosting a panel looking at all sorts of things that affect Australian gamers. So things like high game prices, classification, why some games get released later in Australia than in other territories. And I've got some kick-ass panel members who are going to come on and talk a little bit about that.
We've got a special guest that we'll keep the only secret for tomorrow.
Wait, which one?
Somebody's joining us on the couch for a game.
What?
Let's say the game is Metal Gear Rising Revenge.
Don't talk anymore, because Laura's going to spoil it.
Laura's going to
So you know who it is, and we'll let the chat have a few guesses, but that'll be happening tomorrow afternoon.
Can we give them a clue?
No, let's not give them anything. The game is its own reward.
If you want to be spoiled, just ask Laura.
Yeah. And we're going to kind of undress some of the universe as well to answer some of your Metal Gear questions, because they are an expert when it comes to Metal Gear. Then we've got some discussion late afternoon on Penny Arcade Expo, which is obviously the big compared to the EB Expo coming to Australia next year.
So if you want to know about Penny Arcade Expo, we're going to know what the details are for next year. Tune in tomorrow.
And we're going to end out the show with a couple of the Assassin's Creed 3 developers who are going to walk through some excellent content for a game that the lines are 2 or 3 hours long here at the show.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to skin a raccoon live. And make a hat out of it.
And you can skin a bear.
When are we going to get a raccoon between now and tomorrow?
We have 24 hours to sort that out.
Okay. You can have a raccoon, put it in one of those express post bags.
Oh, we can just like staple a tail to a koala.
Yeah.
They won't know.
Anyway.
Davy Crockett hats.
They're French Canadian. They won't know what a koala looks like.
Thanks for joining us. I think, Yep.
So that has been, as we said, day 2 of EB Expo 2012. Thank you very much for joining us.
And also, just before we do go, tomorrow, if you're in the live audience, we are giving away swag.
Oh yeah.
So much swag.
Good stuff too.
Be here at our booth during the show. Ask questions. We're giving away Turtle Beach headsets. So make sure you're around tomorrow.
T-shirts, a whole bunch of
and lollies. Lollies will also be given away.
And most importantly, keep your questions coming. We're on Twitch. We're on Facebook.
We're on
Twitter. We're on our website, gamespot.com.
You can reach us.
Hotmail,
follow us on Tumblr.
MySpace.
You can reach us in plenty of ways. We'd love to hear some of your questions. Better yet, if you're here in person tomorrow, come up and say hi. The GameSpot AU crew bites, but we don't leave marks. So we can answer some of your questions, and we're reasonably friendly folks.
Cool.
So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again tomorrow afternoon from about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. See you then.
Oh, actually, no. Wait, before we go.
No, we will be live tomorrow.
Well, how does daylight saving work? Okay.
Yeah. No, daylight savings is tonight.
Exactly. So it's Australian AM, Australian.
Yeah, but you forgot to tell them.
No, I said it was daylight savings time.
Oh, did you? Okay, sorry. Bye.
Ignore her. She's had a long day. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.